that I've had this experience hundreds of times over, where a salesperson will come to me and say, I couldn't convert the lead. And I'm going to bullet point it. This isn't exactly what they said, but this is what they said is, I called them and they're just not ready and they're not qualified and they're not this and they're not that. Then we play the call back. We record and listen to the call. And there's like 3 opportunities where they missed it. And had they said the right thing, then they would have been okay. And so what I'll tell you is that recording your calls and getting live call coaching is one of the fastest ways to blow your mind and get you where you want to go, and really open up the door, because oftentimes our ego will lie to us. Our ego is a phenomenal liar that we want to believe every time. It says we're great. It says we're awesome. It says we're perfect. And even when I'm calling, I go back and review my calls and I'm like, I missed it. It was right there. It was right in front of me. And what you'll get from that is it will change your ears. It'll change your ears of what you're hearing. And I'll give you an example of this where this is something that I've experienced again and again and again. I've coached hundreds, if not over 1,000 agents and salespeople. There was a rep by the name of Tyler. I was coaching him and he was at Z57. He was selling a website. He was a very successful salesperson. And then he hit a rut. He hit a spot where, he just couldn't sell his way out of a wet paper bag. He couldn't get anybody to buy anything from him, and his mindset and everything was gone. So his ears were hearing negativity abundantly around him, and he was attracting more and more of it on a consistent basis. And so I said, hey man, let me hop on a call and listen. And we used to have, this is when we didn't use like wireless headsets and stuff. And so I would plug into the call and I'd listen to the headset. And the strength of our product was that we captured leads at a higher rate. So in the marketing formula, there's a formula that's traffic. If you drive traffic to a website, you advertise something, you drive traffic to the website. When they get to the website, you got to capture their information. And you want to capture the most qualified information, meaning the right phone number, the right email address, the right name. You want to also be able to capture that amount of data at the highest rate. So for example, if I do 1,000 flyers, and out of those 1,000 flyers, 50 people go to my website and I only get 1 lead, that's a really bad conversion rate. That's only a 2% conversion rate. So essentially, think of it like a cash flow analysis on a rental property. If I'm only getting 2% on my money, that's bad, right? However, if you took that same flyer, that same traffic, that same everything, because that piece stays the same, and just change the website out, instead of getting 2 leads, you'd get 10. And that was one of our biggest values, our biggest hooks. And it was at a time in the game where 10% lead capture was incredible. So Tyler's going through his pitch and he's talking about this lead capture device. And this guy, he's got the perfect prospect on the line. This guy's doing like 15,000 mailers a month. His website's getting like 0.5% conversion. Like he's going to literally pay anything you want for this website at the time. And Tyler goes in and is like, this leads, he's doing his best. He's trying his best. He's gritty. He's going after it. He's like, and this website, this will change, your business. It'll capture leads at 10%. The prospect's mind is blown. He's like, you're telling me that if I drive traffic to this website, I'll get 20 times the lead generation that I'm getting previously. I'm getting 0.5%, 20 times is 10%. Are you telling me you'll get 10%? And Tyler hears doubt. He hears negativity. And he goes, yeah, what? You don't believe me? And you could almost feel the prospect just like, yeah, I thought it was incredible. But okay, go ahead, keep going. Right. And the sale was blown up right then and there. And so I'm just like, oh man. And so he hangs up the phone. And I said, Tyler, you could have asked him for his credit card at that moment. He would have given it to you without even questioning. He would have said, Visa, take it, please take my money. And it was in that moment, then I went out, and Tyler was a smoker. So I went and watched him just shake and me all set outside. But that's how important it is to understand that the opportunities are abundantly around us. And when we're prospecting, we have to focus on hearing the right thing. And if we don't get an outside perspective, because when you're in the game and you're prospecting and you're working, it's moving fast, right? Like they're coming at you fast and you don't recognize that what they're saying, you're just trying to figure out what you want to say and how you're going to say it back. And every time they're talking, you're kind of like just waiting for them to like, okay, they're saying this. Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? But you're missing all of that stuff. So when you slow down and you take your call recording and you bring it to us, all of a sudden we can all take a step back and hop in and go, ooh, see right there, you should have gone left instead of right. And all of a sudden, when you're prospecting, you start going, huh, and the world slows down. Kobe Bryant said it when he first started getting better. He was talking about, and Phil Jackson came over and they started doing the triangle offense. Triangle offense is like a chess game within the game. And what he said is once he learned it, he obsessed about it. He studied it. He mastered it. He watched the game film and he started to see that the game would slow down. He could see 2 moves ahead, 3 moves ahead. And what I'm getting at is when people see me on the phone or when they listen to me on the phone, they're like, how'd you do that? Well, the game has slowed down for me because I've had people coach me through thousands of calls going, see, Josh, you missed that right there. Okay, cool. Next time they say this, I know where to go. So once a week, we're going to focus. Typically, we're going to do Wednesdays on call recording. And if it's something that you're willing to, if you want to get better, you've got to invest in the right tools that'll speed up that learning curve. Because the best way to increase your skill set is time on task over time. And that's how you get that compounding interest. That's how you get that hockey stick curve you're looking for, where you go from 10 sales to 30 sales in 2 years, right? Where it just is compounding. It's time on task over time, but it also includes knowing what you're doing, getting some live coaching. And this is something that we're doing. And so a lot of people are asking me like, why are you doing all this? Well, one, I'm building a brand of sales training. And so I'm giving all this stuff out for free, but I'm using everything that I'm doing as content. So just the fact that I get to train on this and I get to brand it, this is why we're giving back. So, and that's what that whole channel is about that we built. So this was just an overview of how critical this is. If you want to be free, if you want to build your business, the stuff that we're working on here, I promise you is worth millions of dollars. It's an easy investment. If you have any questions on the dialers, shoot me I've got a Facebook page as well with Ponoism. You can shoot me questions on there and we'll go for there.